back to United States. Here's my lovely, lovely spread today. I have peach cobbler on the menu. So I have 5 cups of self-rising flour, 2 cups of buttermilk, and also I have 1 cup of shredded unsalted butter. And that's gonna be for the dough that I'm making. And also for the peach filling, I have nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla. I'm gonna use 2 cups of sugar, some butter, and some lemon just to bring in a little bitterness to, you know, because it's kind of sweet, so we need to bring in some sour. But I guess we can go ahead and start the dough. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have my all-purpose flour and my shredded butter. I use the mandolin to shred it, but I put it in the freezer first just to make sure it's solid. So I'm gonna go ahead and incorporate the butter into the flour. I don't lose any of this butter. Alright, so that is good. Let's go ahead and incorporate it, just lightly incorporate the butter and the flour. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and stick this in the freezer for about 10-15 minutes. Meanwhile, while it's in the freezer, we're gonna go ahead and work on the filling. Alright, so we are back. I'm gonna go ahead and add the first can of peaches. So, second. So all depending on how much you're making. I'm using 6 cans because I'm using, let me come around here. I'm using this particular disposable carry kit, and I think this is about, okay, so it says pan size 13 by 4 inches, 9.5 by 8 by, so yeah, it's a large pan. So I'm gonna use this, that way we can take it with us, because as you know, we are in the middle of the move. So I'm using 6 cans of peaches, kind of give us something to snack on while we sit in the hotel room. Alright, and then I'm gonna take the juice off the 5th and the 6th can. So to drain this. Alright. So juice is off of 5. Take the juice off 6. Drain it. Alright. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put that in there. And I'm going to add some water. I'm going to fill this up twice. Uh-oh. Whooper. Sorry. 1. Get some of that sweetness out of it. Let me clean this off. Clean this off. Alright, so the stove is on medium hot, and I still have the flour sugar mixture in the freezer. So let's go ahead and get this a little whirl. I have my little spoon here. I really love this. It's nice. So if you want to, you can, you know, look at Walmart. I don't know exactly where this is sold, but I bought it from my local store here. Alright, so let's go ahead and start by adding the 2 cups of sugar. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a squeeze of lemon. I'm going to use a whole lemon since I have so many. But you can use how many you want to. And we're gonna use half a teaspoon of nutmeg and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Sorry, teaspoon of cinnamon. Take this out of the way. All right, so we're gonna allow this to come to a boil. But we're gonna go ahead and put 2 tablespoons of butter. Because butter makes everything delicious. Put that in there. Put that in there. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a nice little stir. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put in the vanilla. So go ahead and put some vanilla in there as well. All right. I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of vanilla. So we're gonna go ahead and cover her up, and we're gonna allow her to cook until it thickens, and then I'm gonna come back in and put everything together. Well, but first, before we do it, we're gonna start working on the biscuit. So come on back over to the counter with me. All right, so we're back. It's nice and chilled. The buttermilk's nice and chilled. We're just gonna make a little well in the center. Oh, you're ready, Anthony. Pour it right there in the center. Okay, let's go ahead and work this out for a little bit. So we can go ahead and put this out on the counter. Counter's already clean. Put this out on the counter. All right. All right. Good, ready to go. As you can see, the flakes in there. So it is ready to be rolled out and placed into the pan. So let me go ahead and get the pan ready and I'll be back. All right, so I've rolled out the first section. I have separated the dough. So let's go ahead and get it. Grab it like a little baby. Carefully put it to the bottom of the pan. Now, if you don't have a rolling pin, you can pretty much use a bottle, like a, what do you call it, Pepsi bottle, Mountain Dew Coke bottle, anything. So let's go ahead and take from this side. Let's push it up a little bit. And we're saving this for the top. If you want to take up the sides, you can take up the sides. So you want to make sure it's thin out. You don't want the bottom too thick. Alright, so let's go over and check on the peaches. And like I said, this is going to be reserved for the top of the dough. Excuse me. This is reserved for the top of the peach filling. But let's go over and check on the peach filling. All right, let's check on the peach filling. Let's go ahead. Ooh, see how it's boiling away there? It's boiling away. little stir. It's nice. I like this. It keeps the liquid on there. That's cute. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let this cook down for about 20 minutes. And until this is ready, don't forget to put your dough in the fridge. That way the butter won't melt. So we're gonna let this cook for like about 20 minutes and come back to it. And go ahead and add it to the dough. And then we're gonna top it off with dough. So this is gonna be good. All right, so let's check on the peach. All right, looks like it's ready to go. Oh yeah, you don't wanna overcook the peaches too much. But they're already cooked, and also we're cooking them again. Then we're gonna cook them a third time in the oven. All right, so it looks like it's ready to go. So let's go ahead and take this over to the dough. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and scoop the peaches into the pan. And if you see, notice I went ahead and pushed up the dough on the edges, just like this, just simple. Brought it up closer to the edges. That way the dough is not too thick on the bottom. All right, so it looks good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a spoon with the little holes. So we're gonna take some juice and pour it into the pan until it's filled on the side. So I'll let you know when to stop. It's good. So you wanna make sure it's covered. So fill it until it's covered. Cover the peaches, so we might wanna, should be good enough right here. That should be good right there. So let's go ahead and take the dough and we're gonna flatten out a little bit and just put it on top. We are done. Let's put her in the oven until all the dough has browned, but give and take about 30-40 minutes. So let's go ahead and put her in the oven. All right, and we are back with a finished product. As you see, it's all sealed and just juicy umptuousness. But what we're gonna do at the end is add some butter on top. If you have a brush, you can use a brush. My brush is on the boat, unfortunately. Being shipped to America. So I cooked it about 40 minutes until brown. So as you see, the crust on the sides here are brown as well. It's all sealed and delivered with some goodness. Put some more in there. I sure miss my household tools. I miss it. So let's go ahead and get some. Ooh, listen to that. Ooh wee. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Okay, it's kind of hot, so I'm gonna be careful. Bring my dessert plate over here. Oh, look at that. Peach cobbler. The way you like it. Juicy, scrumptious. Looks good. Let's clean that up. to go in our tummies. Looking good. And let's give it a nice little drizzle of whipped cream. It's smoking hot. It's just, I let it sit for about 10 minutes, so you can let it sit longer. It's up to you if you can, if it's gonna last that long, but I can't wait. I gotta go ahead and give it a nice little whipped topping. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Cheers!
Wow.